Greetings of the day. This is your CEO, Sakshi Juneja from Revlon, and we have our board of directors here to discuss about the economic impact of our environmental initiatives. To start off with, I would like to call upon Sai to give us a brief introduction about what these environmental initiatives are. Sai, would you take the floor?
Yeah, thank you, Sakshi. So, thank you for giving this opportunity. So, I would like to discuss and brief about the initiative that Revlon has taken in order to, safeguard environment from our side, to reduce the footprint of environment issues from our side. So, we have two of the biggest initiatives taken in the form of responsible mica mining. So, mica is one of the most polluting minerals across the planet, and we use mica in some of our products. So the problem is during mica mining there is a lot of health hazards being developed. So Revlon on its own has responsibly decided to partner up with RMI, the Responsible Mica Initiative. And what we are doing is we are trying to help the underprivileged people who mine these mica in Bihar and Jharkhand in order to develop them. So I guess we are providing them with education facilities, we are providing them with all kinds of facilities for overall growth development. The other product which we use very commonly is the palm oil. So palm oil, even though it's not in a huge bulk, but what Revlon decided to do is, in in addition to the utilization, we also decided to monitor all the palm oil. So what we decided to do is help the forest people to understand how this palm oil is being produced and if there is any violation of any sorts. So I believe on the front of the environment, we at Revlon are always at the forefront.
Very nice. I think very interesting initiative that you've mentioned over here. Malay, would you like to weigh in as to what is the impact of these initiatives on the company?
Yes, these impacts are helpful for the company, but there are few things we are lacking at. For example, our company is producing lipsticks where lead is found. Again, that is very harmful for the product. And second is there is beads in our products, in our face wash, okay, which when mixed with water won't dissolve in water, and gradually it will go to water and it will be consumed by different aquatic animals. Again, it will cause problem for them. So these are two problems we have and we need to deal with.
Okay, so you mean to say that in addition to these two initiatives, we should also invest in maybe an initiative of removal of lead and these beads from the face wash? That's what you're saying, Malay?
Yes, we should work something on removing these products and replace them by some natural alternatives.
Right. Very, very nicely, I think, collated. Sonali, would you like to weigh in on the same?
Yeah, I think I agree with Malay totally on this point. Now, let's say we have a face wash tube. So, around whenever we wash our face, thousands of microbeads we use while washing our face. We don't realize that this little microbeads, what they can do, they can just go through our drainage system into the rivers and affect the marine biodiversity life. Apart from that, if we look as a whole tube of a face wash, there are around 360,000 microbeads in it. Now, this is really harmful for the marine biodiversity. And we had also partnered with Green Space East Asia while they were conducting this research on how we as a brand are trying to lessen the footprint in the market.
Right. So I think all of us agree that whatever initiatives we are taking, it should not be towards spoiling the environment as such. We should be reducing our footprint and our carbon footprint as well in whatever initiatives that we are taking. I think that's a base level that we all, Tejaswar, would you agree to this? That's a base level that we are operating with?
Yeah, I agree on this. I agree on this. We definitely have to lessen the harmful hazardness we are getting in the society into. So that can be our priority to this CSR project.
Right.
CSR initiative.
Right. So I think now we have streamlined that our CSR activities should be towards saving the environment. But I think we should also focus on one more thing, that environment, or say when we talk about the mica mining, the villagers that we talk about who do the mining, they aren't our only shareholders. We have lots of shareholders whom we have to respond to. I mean, we're Revlon. We're a huge conglomerate and we have lots of responsibilities on our head. So do you think we're doing justice to them? Maybe investing, say, maybe when Sonali mentioned that we replace this microbeads with some other materials. Sonali, so when we're doing that, we would also incur some cost, right? And that would be a cost on us. I mean, that's a first initiative that we would be taking. So do you think it's
Let
just,
me,
yes, Malay, we'll start with
yes, yes, yes. So
yes.
let me add some points here. I myself being a shareholder, I think that that is a good initiative, but there is a problem in it.
Yes.
First problem is will be making huge losses because these natural replacements are very expensive. So second thing is the plastics that we are using are very cheap. So it will make a huge loss for our company, and already we are in difficult situation. So I think at this point of time, going for natural alternatives will be difficult for our survival.
Very, I think very wisely mentioned that, we need to take into account our present situation as well. I mean, we're into Corona. We've already lost a lot of our employees. They're not available as of now. Everybody's at home. Our supply chain, the whole world is crippled. So do you think this is the time for the change? Or do you think this is the exact right time for the change? Sonali, and then we'll come to Sai.
Yeah, I think like this is the exact time. I don't agree with Malay on this part because let's say there are 6 other natural ways how we can replace microbeads. So the cheapest of them is sugar and salt. And if you all are aware of baking soda, these are the cheapest things. Like this we consume every day in our household. These are not so costly that we cannot replace microbeads or microplastics with this stuff. Apart from that, if we are looking at long term gain, so we can replace it with coffee grounds or oats, as a matter of fact.
Right.
So that's
These are very
opinion about
interesting and cheap alternatives that you've mentioned here. But we also need to be wary that we have to apply these. These are all initiatives and experiments. We're talking about, so when we talk about an experiment, there are series of experiments. I mean, we are Revlon. We have to maintain our quality standards. We have to ensure that the customer gets the best. So Sai, would you like to weigh in that? Do you think it is a time for trials?
No, see, at this point, let's face it, first of all, everyone here will be familiar with COVID. So, no, makeup is the last thing that a woman's going to look after for now. They're going to be more focused on their household stuff and, saving their job. And even leaving this aside, the point is we at Revlon have always been in support, of making changes. But the point is, like you pointed out really rightly, Sakshi, we don't only answer to the people in Bihar and the people at palm oil factories. We are more or less answerable first to our majority stakeholders and our shareholders. There are people who depend on us. And when you look at Revlon's, year-on-year profits, you'll understand if you see from the past that since 2016 consecutively, we're having a negative year-on-year growth.
Yeah.
So that is something that's it's out of question because you see population increase, you see fashion trending higher, you see Revlon becoming so famous, and yet we don't have better revenues.
Yeah.
I mean, it's understandable that the only way that happens is operating profits. And when you look at initiatives which we have taken, most of these, actually all of these initiatives have started off in this year when we started seeing losses. See, it's understandable, Sonali, from your side that as a responsible citizen, you want something to be done in the correct way. And to be fair, even we all agree here. But when we look at the bigger picture with respect to Revlon itself and not the environment, there are a lot of impediments to it, right? That's what I feel.
I mean, that's a very interesting argument over here that we're comparing two very different things. We're talking about the profit that we're getting. Also, let's not forget that these CSR initiatives are a great opportunity for us to get a brand visibility and a connect with people. I mean, when we talk about, say, going out of our way and contributing, I think Sonali very beautifully mentioned that there are these small initiatives that we can do. Sonali, would you like to comment on what Sai mentioned? Then we will, I think Tejaswar has also raised his hand. We'll go to Tejaswar after Sonali. Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Sonali, why don't you start off?
Okay. So I agree with you, Sai, that our year-on-year profits have currently been decreasing, but it's not only with us. Like if you talk about our competitors, L'Oreal or any other brand, as a matter of fact, everyone's is facing loss currently. But I think this is the right time to disrupt the market because we as a brand, as Revlon, we are the first company who went international and who try to reach many countries. We are the first ones, so maybe with our brand value we can start, at least we can take an initiative in that direction. And I think this is the right time to start because we can create awareness right now. And as a matter of fact, like let's say Mama Earth, they are also using coffee products, you know. I don't think so that it's very difficult
Very
to.
interesting. I think very interesting insight that this wouldn't be the first time. I think Malay, let's take your say on this topic.
Yeah, I think now I somewhat agree with Sonali that yeah, innovation is needed and this is the critical time. And also we need to balance our own pocket. Otherwise, without money, we cannot survive.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
I think we need to strike a balance between these two, going caring for the environment and caring for the company.
And how do we strike? I mean, what is this one level where we strike a balance between feasibility and sustainability? I mean, these are all. I mean, these are all the sides. I mean, these seem like a different side of the same coin. I mean, when you go towards feasibility, you lose out on revenue. When we're running after revenue, we're losing out on a sustainable aspect. So how do you balance it? Anybody would like to weigh in? Tejaswar, would you want to say something?
Yeah, we definitely have to uh, get a margin between these two, feasibility and our brand value. Uh, in that case, I agree with both. I agree on both the our members has told that uh, we get to increase our brand value and by CSR initiatives, and we get that brand value into we have to convert them into money pockets. So on that basis, we have to be in a reachable position with both these ends.
Right. Right. So when we talk about reachability, so now I think very interesting question that Tejaswar has posed over here is how do you save enough that you can put back on your sustainability? So do you do that out of your revenues or do you do that out of your profit? So we know that, after the earnings of what you have, if you reduce all the expenses, you get the profit. So what is the time that you do a sustainable initiative? Do you do that from your revenues or do you do that from your profits? So, final statements on this last question. We'll start off with Sonali.
I think like this is the right time to innovate because there is no point in waiting for longer run. Like even if 5 years down the line we are planning to do this, no, it's no point because someone will come up with this innovative product and we'll lag behind. And as a brand, you know, we have this responsibility that we create awareness among our customers. So my opinion is that we should be the first one taking this step and others should follow us.
Very, very, very nicely mentioned. I think crisply mentioned that we are the market leaders. We are Revlon. I think we are the ones who can take it beyond, above and beyond.